there, we're ready for another mat workout. This is an essential intermediate workout, a little bit of mix of the two. So if you're new to Pilates, this is a great place to start if you want to really get moving. We're going to go through a lot of the basics. We'll start rolling down onto the back. You're going to have your feet flat on the floor, right in line with those sit bones. Neutral spine, shoulders relaxed back into the floor. Relax the front of the throat, lengthen through the collarbones. Let everything just relax. And we're going to start with a nice big inhale. Fill the rib cage, then exhale and pull everything tight towards the center. As you inhale, I want you to expand, clear through those low ribs behind you. And then as you exhale, feel that nice wide belt that wraps around you from the spine all the way to the belly button. If you were a tree, you would imagine that ring, all those rings pulling down towards the center ring as you exhale. Inhale, exhale, and on your next inhale, I want you to pay attention to the tilt of your pelvis and then exhale, and using your abdominals, pull yourself into imprint and then exhale and go back to neutral. So you inhale as you stay, exhale as you move into imprint, hold that for an inhale, exhale, release back to neutral. So 4 breaths, inhale, neutral. Exhale, move, pull the pubic bone up towards the ribs, relax the shoulders, and then release on the next exhale. And then one more time, exhale, imprint. You feel that low back pressing down toward the floor, and then release back into neutral. Let's reach those arms right to the ceiling, and we're going to practice some scapula stabilization here and positioning. So this is arm and shoulder positioning. You want to reach and then press. Feel your scapula as they widen away from the spine and then toward the spine as you pull back. Just paying attention to that. We want to be able to choose our positioning. Now push the shoulders back. You're going to reach forward with the thumbs to the floor and open. So just some arm circles. Maintain a neutral spine and make sure that you are controlling the placement of your rib cage. And reverse those circles. You don't want to allow that rib cage to fly up towards the ceiling as you circle overhead. So use your abdominals, use those core muscles to maintain the stability through the trunk. And on this next one, as the hands pass over the nose, you're going to nod your chin, roll up into an imprinted position, reach long with the arms, but keep the throat open. And then roll yourself back down and reach overhead. So we inhale to get ready. We exhale, roll up. We inhale as we stay, and we exhale as we roll back down. Exhale up. This is just a little ab prep. We're trying to train the sequence of what order do things happen in. Nod the nose, then the upper back, imprint, and then opposite, travel all the way back down. Let's roll ourselves over into all fours for a cat stretch. Hands are right under the shoulders, knees are right under the hips. Organize the shoulders, turn the elbows toward the back of the mat. Well, let's start with the head today. So you're going to drop the nose, travel through the upper back, middle back, low back. The tailbone is very last, but the shoulders are placed correctly. So make sure as you travel through head to tail that the shoulders are maintaining their position. If you pay attention to your scapula on the rib cage and hold their position nice and flat on the rib cage as you travel that movement through the spine, you'll be able to begin connecting that movement to the spine instead of shrugging it through the shoulders. Let's come back to a neutral position. Just do a few of those pushes, those little pushes away from the floor. That scapula isolation. Feel that shoulder movement separate from the spine. Good. Let's flip back around. We're going to start sitting. And I want you to do a half roll back. So we've done this before. We rock back behind the sit bones. We round the spine and flex over looking through the knees. And we keep that position as we reach back. Reach back away from the knees. Each time you curl forward, you maintain even more of a scoop. Scoop through the spine. The eyes are traveling with you. So my eyes are here and then to the floor, and then above, and then to the floor. My toes are reaching onto the mat. Shoulders are placed. And roll. How you doing? And roll. Half roll back. Half roll back. And now roll slowly down. All the way through imprint, reach the legs long, flex the feet, long straight knees. Reach the hands over the nose, pull toward the feet, round the spine. You're looking right through your knees at the floor. Then rolling back down, squeeze the thighs together, roll through imprint. This is one of those exercises that's really difficult to master. If you need to bend the knees, you may. But we're trying to maintain those straight legs. Let's do 2 more. Through imprint on your exhale. Round that spine. Keep the neck in line with the spine. Don't jam the chin down too much. Roll, squeeze the legs together. And then rolling down through imprint. Yes. And we're going to reach one leg straight to the ceiling as soon as I get back here on my mat. There we go. Okay, so neutral position. You're going to reach one leg straight to the ceiling. Cross the body and make a circle. Each circle gets a breath. Each circle gets a breath. Maintain this square. Your job right now is to press this leg into the floor, that stabilizing leg on the floor. Press it into the mat. Reverse your circles. Press your shoulders, your rib cage, neutral spine, and your job is to maintain neutral and don't allow any wiggling. Last one. Good. Bend that leg back down and switch second leg. We circle across the body. 1 breath. 2. 3. Good. No wiggle waggling. Yes. Now, if you need to, you may do this with a bent leg. Reverse the circle. I'll show you with a bent leg this way. That's fine. What's important is that you're maintaining a neutral spine, a neutral pelvis, and a stable square position between the pelvis and the rib cage and the shoulders. So bent leg is fine. If your hamstrings won't give that to you. Good. Roll it down. Let's roll over for some breaststroke prep. We're going to extend the upper back. So on the tummy, remember when we're here, we're going to tighten with the belly, pulling the pubic bone up towards the rib cage without using the glutes. And let's bring the legs together today, long and straight, totally adducted. Hands are on the thighs, shoulders straight forward to the floor. As you inhale, you pull the shoulder in line. Exhale, reach with the fingertips to the toes. Sliding the hands down the thighs, tightening the tummy. It's like you're a bullet flying through the air. And then lower. Everything drapes. Inhale, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, reach to the toes. Tight tummy, reach all through the top of the head. And lower. And reach, grow. Grow inch by inch. Pulling from head to toe and release. Exhale. Inhale, reach the shoulders back. Exhale. Whew. Long straight line. Hold that lumbar spine safe using your stomach. And lower. One more. Shoulders, long neck. Reach with the back of the neck. Long. Tighten the tummy. Try to relax your glutes. This is not a glute exercise. And lower. Hands under the shoulders. Press back into a shell stretch. Reaching along with the arms, shoulders away from the ears, scooped up off the thighs. Really round your spine. Feel that stretch. And pull yourself back around. We're going to go to the 100. So this is a big ab series coming up, so just prepare yourself. All right, here we go. Roll yourself down. Let's bring our legs to tabletop imprint. Reaching with the arms, place the shoulders well. Inhale to get ready. Exhale, roll up, straighten the legs, squeezing the knees, and we start pumping with the arms. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And in. Now, while we're doing this, if your neck starts to feel like it's straining, you just hold it with one hand. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We'll get to the point where you don't need to hold it anymore. Inhale. We're halfway there. And exhale. Imprint. Curl. And out through the lips. In through the nose. And out through the lips. And in through the nose. And inhale. And exhale. One last set. Inhale. And exhale. Curl the knees. Single leg stretch. Try to maintain that neck and shoulders flexed up. Long through the throat. Reaching long through the legs. Reach and reach and reach and reach and reach and reach. And two more. And one more. Both knees bent, hands come behind the head, feel that support. I'm going to have you squeeze the thighs together, and we're going to reach for the obliques. So your flexion stays up, and we twist. Keep the chest open. The elbows are stable. They're not pulling forward. And what we want to imagine is that this rib is reaching to the opposite hip. And reach. And reach. And reach. And reach. And reach. Good. Come to the center. Legs extend. You can relax the head back if that's necessary. If you want to continue with head up, you may. And we're going to scissor. And scissor. And scissor. Really concentrate on your imprint. Imprint, belly button to the floor, scooping back. You want to feel strong all the way through the back. And two, and one, and legs together, roll down. We're going to roll over the head. So if you've not done this before, you're going to need your arms to help stabilize you. You're going to lower the legs on the diagonal. Exhale through imprint, pick up over. If you can tap the toes to the floor, that's fine. If you can't, just come to where you're comfortable. And then we're going to lift the legs so they're parallel. And using the arms and the abdominals, press our spine back down onto the floor, one vertebra at a time. Inhale to get ready. Exhale up. You may tap. And then lift. Keep breathing. On your next exhale, control it down. Let's do two more. Inhale here. Exhale over. Really try to press the shoulders back into the floor so the throat is open. Exhale. Good. Grab one knee and let's rock ourselves up. And we're going to do a rolling like a ball. So heels are close to you as you are. The farther away they are, the easier this is to make it for you. The closer they get, the more challenging it will be. But once you choose your position, you keep it. You don't get to move. Holding the shins or the knees wherever's comfortable. Set the shoulders round the spine. Keep this position. And we are going to exhale on our back. Inhale to balance. Exhale. Balance. And exhale. Balance. Exhale. Balance. Good. Exhale. Balance. 2 more. 1. So to move, you just deepen your flexion. Last one. Good. Let's slowly roll down. And roll over onto the nose. We're going to do the full breaststroke. So on the tummy, let's start with the hands here next to the shoulders. Tighten the belly with the abdominals. Again, remember that this is not for your glutes. This is not for the legs. They're alive and they're turned on, but this is not their job. So tighten the belly, use the stomach to maintain this position. And as you exhale, you're going to reach over the mat. And then inhale, come up out of the water, tighten the tummy into that strong, straight bullet position we practiced at the beginning. Exhale, reach. Exhale. You want to do this pretty low. It should come from the thoracic spine. And the tummy and the pelvis is just maintaining and stabilizing. Reach. Good. We're going to do 2 more. Long and straight. All the while the shoulders are secure on the rib cage. Last one. Let's bring the hands clear behind the back. Turn one cheek to the floor so you're lying here this way. And we're going to slowly pull the heels in. 2, 3. And then we're going to reach with the legs long and straight. Nose to the floor, open the legs, close back to parallel, and release the head to the other side for 1, 2, 3. The legs are parallel, so those knees are strong and straight towards the floor. Now turn out so the knees look away from each other as you lift, and then back to parallel to lower. So this is just the legs. 3 pulls. Long, straight bullet, like you're being shot from a cannon. Open, close, flex the feet. 1, 2, 3. Reach. And now let's add the arms on this next set. So we go. 1, 2, 3 with the heels. Arms straighten out and reach long with the toes. Now everything opens, turn out, try to lift just a little higher, like a starfish, and return to parallel to lower to the other side. Exhale. And reach long, keep breathing. Exhale. Inhale. Lower. 1, 2, 3. Reach long and straight. Open everything. Close everything. Last side. 1, 2, 3. Reach long and straight. Tighten the tummy. Feel that connection between the ribs and the hips. Lower to the other side. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Hands under the shoulders. Push yourself back into that shell stretch. Give yourself some relief in that low back. Stretch out. We want mobility in the spine. Now crawl those fingers forward. Lift the palms. Shoulders down. Scapula sliding like they're going down your back into your back pockets. Very nice. And sit tall. We're going to bring it around for a saw. So we're going to bring the legs long and straight and flexed. Now, if you have trouble getting up onto your sit bones and having a neutral spine in this position, give yourself a pillow or raise yourself up on a folded towel or fold your mat, something to lift you and raise you up so that you can sit with a vertical pelvis and long straight spine. Flexing the hands to the sides. We're going to twist. And then turning the thumb to the floor, we're going to curl past this toe. Soft the toe. Twist even more as you stack the spine. Return. So we twist. Turn the back hand and exhale as you reach. Stack the spine and increase that rotation. return. So we inhale. It's like I'm bringing this rib to its opposite hip. Turn the backhand, reaching past the toe. Exhale, return to that twist. Last side, reach. Turn the backhand, sawing off the toe. Stack even more. And return. Very good. Okay, let's go to some side kicks. We're going to straighten the back and swing the legs forward. So we have this hinge at the hip and the feet are reaching forward towards the front corner of the mat. Here we're going to lift our waist. We practice this, lifting into a neutral spine, reaching this foot right in line with the hip joint. You're going to flex it forward, point the toe, and pull it back in line with the body. Flex it forward. Now, you may reach back just a little bit farther than in line with you if you can do that and maintain a neutral pelvis. So there should be no bending in the spine here. You're stabilizing the spine, holding it nice and neutral. The pelvis does not get to go with the leg. So this is where you'll figure out how flexible your hamstrings are and how flexible your hip flexors are. If your pelvis wants to travel with you, you need to fight against that so that you can increase the flexibility of those hip movers. And let's do one more. Good. Let's bend both knees in, and we're going to keep that top leg high, and I'm going to have you bicycle around with that leg. So it's as if this foot is bicycling around, just parallel to the floor, hovering in line with this hip joint. Pull and pull. Stack the shoulders, open the chest, lift the waist. 7. Do one more for 8. And then we're going to reverse. And I want you to flex your foot on this circle. Flex the foot. So many people have never really concentrated much on the positioning of their feet. So I want you to begin to explore that, because that will create a lot of ankle stability for you, just being aware of how you're holding your feet. So this circle we're doing with a flexed foot. That means you're pulling your toes back towards your shin. Hold that. You'll feel that anterior tibialis, that muscle that runs up the front of your shin. You'll feel that start to talk to you. And bring it in. Good. Let's flip over and do the other side. Line the back up. I like to use the back of the mat as an imaginary wall to keep me long and straight. Lift the waist. Lift that top leg. We're going to flex it forward and point it back. Flex it forward. Keep the hips really stable and square. Nothing gets to move, but that's just the swinging of that leg. It's like a hinge. Good. Heel it forward, toe it back. And heel it forward and toe it back. We got 3 more. 1. Inhale. Exhale back. Last one. Inhale. Good. Bend that bottom leg, and we're going to bicycle. This circle is with a pointed foot. So we're pointing. And we're pointing. And we're pointing. And what is happening in the trunk? Holding the rib cage. Always thinking about the relationship between the ribs and the pelvis and how they're connected. And now we flex the foot and reverse the circle. 1. You're doing great. 2. 3. 4. Are you ready for swimming? We're going swimming here next. And 6. And 7. Push through the heel. Pull those toes back. 8. Awesome. Okay, just roll right over onto your tummy. Reach long with the arms, long with the legs. You're like a big X on the floor. The nose is hovering right over the mat. Pull back with the belly button. Relax the glutes and hamstrings. We're going to lift an arm and lift the opposite leg. And release. And lift. And release. So we're opposite arm, opposite leg. Lift and lower. And I want you to control this and take your focus to that transversus muscle that wraps around you from your spine, around you like a belt to your belly button, and control that center portion of your body, and don't let your back sag towards the floor. And now we're going to pick it up. Go. See if you can maintain that tight stomach and go a little quicker with the arms and legs. Long neck, shoulders are long, away from the ears. Good. And let's push back, stretch that spine out. You're just about done. We're going to come to a teaser and then a leg pull front. So that's coming up next. Roll down onto your spine. We're going to bring our legs tabletop. Reach the hands overhead. Nod the chin. Roll to the toes. Hands come past the ears. Roll down from around back through to imprint. And reach overhead. Exhale up. Reach to the toes. Roll down. Reach to the toes. Oh boy. This is a tough one. Exhale. Through imprint. This is your last one. Roll down. Good job. Onto the hands and knees for a leg pull. Curl the toes under. Knees are together. Hands are right underneath the shoulders. Reach the neck nice and long. Really stabilize your shoulders and organize them and figure out where they belong. Get them there and hold them. And then as we inhale, we're going to pick the knees up off the floor and we're going to hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And let the knees sink back down. I want you to continue breathing through that. Inhale up. 2, exhale, 3, 4, breathing in, 5, and down. And now let's go with straight legs. So what we're going to do is, when we rise up, we're going to push out into a plank. So we go, push, lift up a leg. You're going to rock back and replace the foot. Rock back and replace the foot. Lift one leg and then the other. Drop the knees. And now I want you to think about, we're going to do this a second time, and there's a flexing and a pointing that goes on with the toe. That's for you, for your ankle stability, and to think with your brain, because it's a little bit of coordination. So get ready on your inhale. Pick up those knees, straighten the legs, lift one leg. You're going to point the toe as you rock back, flex, put it down. Point and rock. Switch. Point as you rock and switch. Point as you rock. One more each side. And drop the knees. Good. Stretch back. Very nice. And let's go on to one side. Because we're doing this kind of essential intermediate level, we're going to do this on our knees, the side bend. Hand is right here, forward and close to in line with your knees. And you're going to reach up into a star position so you're strong and straight. Lift the ribs to the ceiling to side bend and come all the way back down. Stack it up through a straight spine, round over, side bend down. Up through this T position, round. Now think about your neck and shoulders. Are they long through the whole movement? Keep that neck showing. So you've got to press and stabilize this shoulder. Keep it stable as you go up and over. Last one on this side. Pick up the hips. Good. Swing the legs around. Let's go the other way. Okay, for our second side, just swing the legs around. We're going to go up and over. Remember to stabilize this shoulder. Up, over, like you're going over a ball. You got it. Through a straight spine. Long neck. All the way throughout, like you're growing an inch at a time. Over. We're so close. Up and over. And last one. Nice job. Okay, we're gonna do a couple of Pilates push-ups. We sometimes do this from a standing position, but we're gonna start from the knees today, just because we're beginning. We're gonna tuck those elbows back, and we're gonna stay on the knees. And we're gonna press down towards the floor and hold nice and slow and push back up. And I only want you to go as low as you can maintain really good shoulder stability. So if you feel any shrugging going on and the shoulders sliding around, then we don't want to go any farther than we can hold a good position. So we just press long and straight from the elbows. This is more of a tricep press with the shoulders going back. Let's try 2 more. Tighten the tummy, really support yourself from that deep abdominal area. Last one. Good. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this workout. I hope it got you moving everywhere you needed to move. Go ahead and take a minute and just stretch things out. Breathe into those places. You need that flexibility to be free to move throughout your day. Take the arms behind you, clasp the hands if you can, and open the chest, lift. Good. Both hands forward. Your crisscross applesauce. And roll yourselves up, switch the legs, crawl the hands forward again. Good job.